Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, in case you didn't hear. Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Hey, Burl, you're a little late, aren't you? Oh, I know. Hey everybody, Carl here. By the way, Burl said that he's sorry that he couldn't have did his song before Christmas, but he was playing all the clubs up in the North Pole and he just couldn't get away. You know, some of the excuses that some musicians try to give you, I just, but anyway. Okay, the reason I want to make this video, it's kind of a little short one, and I've been kind of messing with my my new little piece of gear that I got, the one that's a generator, signal generator. It's a little sweeper. It's a frequency counter. It does, it's like 1,001 things from China stuff. But I gotta admit, it's a lot of fun. I've been having, it's, how can I put this? It's not like the old gear. I mean, it's taken me a long time to understand how to run the old time stuff to make it efficient. But this is like push a button and do this and go to this menu, and I'm really working at it. But I'm getting it to where I can kind of use it. And what I thought I'd start out with is, a while back I bought a bunch of these little IF coils. And matter of fact, I bought them originally when I was working on the Let's Build a AM/FM 108 radio, and I had all those parts that were junk. So I kind of had a hard time with it, but well, I got it working, and I had ordered these parts, and I got good deals on them. And I got thinking, well, these the IF coils are when you do your sweeps and when you do your tuning, that's what you're running through the IF coils basically, and adjusting them to make sure, as an AM, you're trying to get the 455 or whatever IF frequency, in kilohertz, or you might, if you're doing FM, you're going for the 10.8 in megs. But and now my little unit mine only goes up to 2 megs, and they've got other versions that you could go up higher. But the reason I got this one for is I wanted to try to do work and do sweeps in AM. So it's fine for me. Like I said before, I showed you in the video, I've got the Sylvania, and if I need to for FM, then I can go there. So, but I wanted to show you a few things. Like I said, I've got, I don't know if you can see it here, I've got one of my little IF coils all rigged, and at first what I'm doing is I'm just, let me grab the camera, and I'll try to show you exactly what's going on. Okay, now let me switch over to here, and I've got this laying on its side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a sweep. Okay, so let's click that on. So that's on run. Now we come back, and like I showed you before, we can see it sweeping, right? Which is pretty cool. I think if we kick it this way, you see it even better. Goes in, sweeps back, sweeps through again. Now, and here's the deal: we can adjust. Like I can go in, and if I adjust the set screw for that, we will see amplification bigger and smaller because it's letting more through, it's letting less through. I don't know if you can see it here. I'm trying to hold this, but see, it goes from big, and watch as it's sweeping it, and it goes down. So when it hits that big spot, that's at its bigger peak. It's letting more run through at that point than as the sweep goes further on. And so that just lets us know, for one thing, that coil is in the ballpark. It'll work for us, which I thought was pretty cool. And now I'm running right at the moment. I have one probe hooked. I have the B probe hooked here. I don't have the A connected yet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to hook it up like you would do as if you're going to do like a regular sweep, where you'd be running it through the radio. And like when you do that, a lot of times you'll get that where you'll have the line running, and then it goes up, and then it comes down, and it shows you your peak. I can't get that with just using the little IFs. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if I've got it hooked up right to the, or I've got the settings. I don't know if I've got the settings right in the generator yet. But, because I know there is a way you can do that. So let me get it set up, and then I can explain it a little bit better. Okay, hang on. Okay, so now what I've done is I put mine on the, mine is called channel B, I think. Yeah, mine's called channel B. Some of them will say AB, some will say 1, 2. It's where you run them both at the same time, and the A works the B works the vertical or horizontal. I'm not sure. There's a way to explain it, I suppose, and a lot of guys can do it a lot better than me. Now, I'm not getting what I wanted on this, okay? It isn't coming out the way I thought. I know that when you hook these up, you have to hook your 1 channel, your A channel, and you hook that into the, it's an input. And on mine, you see where it says exterior input. I've got that running into that, and then my output is coming, and that is that's my A channel. Okay, my B channel is coming back, and it's just running into the regular part of the scope. And I believe I have everything set up. I'm sure some of you guys could probably tell me what I'm doing wrong, but normally you have that weird loop stuff, and I don't even know if you can see it on here as much, but I've got 2 lines going, and it's still sweeping, but it's not really doing anything. And I think, and eventually I'll hook it up into that. So I got the radio up there. I'll hook it into that one and see if we can get more stuff going. Now see, if I was, let's say we're going to do FM, and I wanted to hook it up to my Sylvania. Let me show you here. Now on the Sylvania, okay, I don't know if you can see that well, but those 2 little buttons right there, the bottom one is a ground, and the one above it says sweep, okay? And then over there is my my input or my output going from whatever into there, and then that one is the one that goes from the channel A of the oscilloscope to that. Okay, and I know I'm not explaining this good. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to learn this stuff, and but on this one, my input is right there. Now, like I said, I'm not really sure I know what I'm doing. but I thought it was kind of cool. I hooked some stuff up to my one of my AM transmitters and ran it through the coil, and I was just kind of checking that out, just having fun with it. I mean, even if I don't really know what I'm doing here, I know the theory kind of behind it, and I need to actually use a radio. I thought it'd be fun to, to check a couple of the coils and see how well they are and all that. But basically, I'm just playing around, having fun, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So, okay, guys, like I said, I just decided to have a little bit of fun. What I want to do eventually is I want to get all my test gear up and running good, and then there's a few projects that I want to build that Paul Carlson from Mr. Carlson's Laboratory showed us. And talk about test gear. This stuff will blow your mind. It's part of his Patreon program. And I'm not pushing anything, saying nothing, say you should do this or do that. But I'm telling you what, and I have to really be tight with my money. But for like a couple dollars a month to send to Patreon to get all that extra stuff, and he explains everything. He gives you the schematics, goes through it all. I mean, it's kind of worth the dough. There's a lot of stuff that, I never went to engineers university. I don't know anything about that. But he shares a lot of his knowledge with us that, we'd never get otherwise. So, and the projects and the stuff he does is great. Okay, enough of that. Go check out Mr. Carlson's lab and consider being a patron for him. So, enough of the pushing channels and all that stuff and everything. I thought I'd bring that up. I just wanted to share having a little bit of fun here. Like I said, I got that little unit, and I am going to be using it. And like I said, frequency counter, just and the generator is spot on, because I did try it with one of my other counters. It's bam, right on the money. So I don't think I wasted my money there, and I definitely I believe I did add to my abilities here in the shop. So, but like I said, I'm doing something a little screwy here on this one, and it was fun though to watch the frequencies of my little IC coils that I got. Thinking, wow, okay, that one definitely will pass through. And when I put them in the radio, I'll be able to dial it in too. So there you go. All right, I've taken enough of your time. Thanks, everybody, as always. Thank you so much for hanging out and sticking with me through thick and thin. And a lot of you have, and man, I can't tell how much it means to me. But everybody, you take care. If I don't see you before New Year's, have a fantastic New Year. Be careful. Don't screw up, party, but party, thinking, using your brains. And I'll see you on the other side in 2019. Bye, everybody. Oh, I know.